Hello, my friends, and welcome to the weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys are ready for a good one. And you've already started with some fun stuff on this Saturday morning. It's August 31st. And on this day in 1965, my wife Kathy and her brother Stephen and their friend Nancy Mason went to the Cow Palace in San Francisco where they'd hold the rodeos, an old barn seated about 15 to 20,000, I think, something like that. And they saw the Beatles there on one of their tours of America. So that's a pretty special day for my wife, and one she, I'm sure, remembers with lots of good stuff. You know, it's even if they couldn't hear them for the screaming, it was still the Beatles right there in front of them. Must have been amazing. And so I just wanted to get that out there because it's an anniversary of that day. We always talk about it, Kathy and I, because it's such a big deal. And so today's song I want to do comes from another British invasion group, the Hollies. And the Hollies were the first group that I ever saw live in 1960, I want to say 65, maybe 6. Can't remember for sure. They were the opening act for Herman's Hermits, and they absolutely blew Herman off the stage with their musicianship, and their vocals were amazing. It was really, really a great show, and the Hollies since then have always been one of my favorite groups. Just their vocals alone was just so wonderful. So this song comes from their album in 1967 called Stop, Stop, Stop. And the song was written by Graham Nash and Alan Clark and Tony Hicks. We all know who Graham Nash is. Alan Clark was the lead singer of the Hollies, and Tony Hicks was the guitar player, the lead guitar player, and all tremendous musicians. And this song was a big hit for them in the USA. It was one number away from the top 10. It went to number 11 in '67, and it was one of the first songs that they recorded and had it be a hit that they had written. They had done a lot of Graham Gouldman songs before that and covers, and so this was their own tune that was a big hit. It's called On a Carousel. So here's the Hollies. Riding along on a carousel, trying to catch up to you. Riding along on a carousel, will I catch up to you? Horses chasing, 'cause they're racing, so near yet so far. On a carousel, on a carousel, nearer and nearer by changing horses, still so far away. People fighting for their places, just get in the way. Soon you'll leave, and then I'll lose you. Still we're going round on a carousel, on a carousel, round and 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 round with you. And up, down, up, down, up, down too. And as she leaves, she drops the presents that she won before, pulling ducks out of the water, got the highest score. Well, now's my chance and I must take it, a case of do or die. On a carousel, on a carousel, around and will I catch up to you? Well, now we take our ride together, no more chasing her on a carousel, on a carousel, on a carousel. The Hollies on that carousel. I'll remember what that was like when you were a teen, going to the fair or the carnival or whatever might be happening at your house, around your house, the summertime or the fall. Always great memories at those carnivals, you know. Getting on one of those rides and getting off and throwing up, you know, good stuff like that. Or kissing a girl for the first time on the tilt-a-whirl or the Ferris wheel. You know, on a carousel. So that's it for today. We'll see you guys down the road. Stay safe. Keep on the sunny side. Bye-bye.